Hello, 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 hello. We are live, I guess. Although I'm actually feeling really terrible and tired, but it is Tuesday, so I figured, hey, why not try to do something interesting? What is this? Oh, yeah, that's Jebediah Kermit. Oh, I know what that is. Yeah, let's take a look at this thing. Jebediah. Okay. I wonder if anyone will actually show up this early. We're just going to cut this out, obviously, when I load it up to YouTube, because I'm waiting for people to actually appear. Oh! Zoef is the first one to appear, followed quickly by S. Dinkelberg. What is a Dinkelberg? Is that like an iceberg, but made of dinkles? What is a dinkle? I mean, I know what a dingleberry is, and that would not bear thinking about. Whew, like a giant floating pile of poop attached to the furry butt of a dog or something. What is the latest quick save action going on here? Oh yeah, it's this one. Oh yeah, we were still set up for this. That's right. Oh, you know what? I should... Does anyone see this from yesterday? This is what I was doing yesterday. I was flying these rocket chair things around. Let's try this. Hold on. Throttle to 100%, and just do that. And let's go this way a little. Oh, no, 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 no. Away from the wall. Yes, that's what we want to do. Okay, now, let's turn on the lights here. I was doing my best Jeb Carless impersonation. Okay, where is it? There is a crack in this. There's a little gateway there that I gotta go for. And brilliant, yes. Snuck my way through the eye of the needle there, or something like that. Okay, let's creep past this. Oh yeah. Where's my shadow? There's my shadow. I'm so glad. I don't know how Peter Pan could fly without seeing his own shadow, because surely it's like a really useful reference point for not crashing into things like that. Go to another planet. I think I shall go to another planet. I should actually... I believe that this stream should set itself the goal that before this night is out, of sending a jet airliner to, what'd you call it? Laythe! That's the place, yes. But first of all, low-tech flyer here. Just flying using gravity and nothing else. Lot of fun. This is always like super fun times here for me. Look at that, like just flying underneath the canopy of the trees here. That's how low this thing is. Oh, it's so hard to like just keep this close here. Thank the Kerbal gods. Actually, I bought Fallout 4 and I have yet to play it. I have yet to get time to play it. And I was like secretly hoping that somebody might want to watch me play it. But I guess it's nobody... everybody else is playing Fallout 4. What am I gonna do? Jumbo on Laythe, that's the thing. Yes, okay. This is a lot of fun doing this. Okay. Okay, it's gonna snow. McPapa is saying it's gonna snow. Okay? Well, anyway, yeah. Let's figure out how we can get a jet plane to what do you call it? Laythe. Laythe. That's the place. No. Somebody was specifically said, oh my god, a new fighter engine, a plane with no control surfaces. No, Fallout 4 is just the new hotness. It isn't necessarily good. I hear it's kind of buggy, and it's distinctively last generation, right? It feels like Skyrim, which isn't exactly a PlayStation 4 title, for example. All the same, people quite enjoy it. I'm sure it has lots of the cool things that make Fallout awesome. The fun humor, bits and pieces like that. It's flooding in South Carolina again. Well, that'll be that whole, you know, warming of planet thing going on, no doubt. Actually, here's an idea of something to build. No. Can I? Oh, I know what I'm gonna build. I have a C5 Galaxy only to have the plane bug out. Yes, that's what happens. Mark 1 liquid fuel fuselage. Let's put a couple of those on. Actually, let's do this. Aerodynamics. Where's my tail plane? Give me my tail plane. There it is there. Tail connector. Stick yourself on there with some sort of authority. Standard canard. Are you canard? Canard. Okay. Now, we need some engines on this. And, of course, the only thing worth doing these days is the Goliath. It's funny how the Goliath looks actually the smallest of all these engines. Yeah. I see no problem with this. I should probably put some wings on it, right? Where do we put... We'll put some wings, like, underneath. Oh, yeah, aerodynamics, that's where the wings are. Now we could use these, that's what we'll do. We'll stick these down about here. Now this looks pretty awesome, I gotta say. It's not quite a pod racer just yet, but I'll tell you what, it has really terrible visibility. I wonder if these wings will melt. Let's see where my center of mass versus center of lift is. Oh, we should totally try building pod racer. Wow, center of lift is way the heck back there. Okay, so I gotta attach these up the front instead. That's more like it. Oh yeah! Yes. Well, there's not many companies that... Well, actually, there's plenty of companies that make that. You can totally mention Kerbal Space Program. Just say, yeah, you know about the game, and what you say is you're amazed at how many young kids are really getting interested and learning actual physics from the game. And then just say it is the Lies to Children version, but that's better than nothing. Okay, let's put these here. I suspect from the way these are attached. Center of mass is there, center of lift is there. We have a thing sitting back here. OMG. OM Goliath. That's what we'll call it. We'll call it the OM Goliath. Save that. Launch that. Clear the runway. What mods would I recommend? I recommend Kerbal Engineer. That is an excellent mod that you should have. Scatterer is pretty good at making things look, nice. I like procedural wings, procedural parts. Yeah, there's so many awesome things. Oh, you know what I want to build that I haven't built? I want to build, what do you call it? What do you call those ships that have the wings underneath so that they can, like, lift the hull out of the water? There's a name for them. They're, well, the name will come to me in chat, obviously. Let's see what happens. Let's see how this thing does. I think these tailplanes are going to disintegrate. Let me just see. Oh, no, I thought these would be taking damage. Okay, that didn't work. Wait a second, is that all that's left? Okay, revert flight to launch. Hydrofoil! That's it, it's a hydrofoil. I've stored a bunch, I've shared craft files elsewhere, but I'm always really bad at it. Click on docking mode on the instrument panel, the magic flight. No, why are you caring about this? Have I been taking tips from the guy who named CFC stations? No, I haven't. Uh-oh, we almost had a crash there. You know what I need to do is disable pitch on these and disable yaw. These things will be only for roll. Okay. Let's try this again. Throttle. I love how these things spin up to speed. Now, hopefully, this will pitch up. Excellent. Okay, see, that's more like it. I see nothing wrong with this. Oh, it actually turns pretty well. I mean, given how big those engines are. The craft files are stored in the same place for everyone. Look at that! I like this. Can you say hi to my son, Maynard? Hello, Maynard. I'm not sure what you're doing, but presumably given the hour, you're probably asleep, right? How to install texture packs. I haven't made a tutorial on texture packs. I guess I thought I would have done that kind of thing. Okay, let's see how this thing does. Low down. Whoa, look at the speeds, the energy. That is probably not good for these engines. They're going to start overheating at this rate. These high bypass turbofans, yeah, they really don't like going supersonic. See them getting super hot? Just wait until they explode. Oh, look at that, all the air. See, the air comes in, and normally supersonic engines, they have to slow it down. But this thing lacks such features. So look, a revolutionary new way to launch gliders. How do you like that? Now I wonder if this thing actually flies. Oh, I think this flies. Yeah, I've just invented a new way to launch gliders. I should patent this concept. We basically attach engines to it that explode. Oh, this thing is actually pretty performant. Okay, nose down, because we gotta glide. I might be able to fly this thing back to base. Probably not. I'm just gonna kind of throttle along. I should turn this way just a little. Come in over the things. Okay. Good evening, Daedalus Space Games. Daedalus Space Games, are you, Wait, you're already asking. Where am I? No, I haven't shared my craft files. I previously uploaded some to, like, Kerbal stuff or something. That guy over there, 007, is making far too long a comment. I mean, this really is a rather long comment. I agree, it really is the only point of this entire comment. Thank you for taking time out of your stream viewing in time to read my odd comment. With this will help fund my potato manufacturing. That is all. I bid you adieu. Adieu. Yeah, I think so. 30 million? That would be about right. But look at it, it's flying so well. I'm totally gonna land this back. Believe in the power of friendship, or lift. Mostly lift. Yes. This thing actually flies pretty well. I mean, it glides pretty well. It's just kind of, you know, hanging there. Oh yes, I'm still thinking about the BD Armory tournament, and I'm really, really sorry. I've got all these planes, and I need to actually use them. I absolutely think that Squad, at some point in their future, should consider integrating Kerbal Space Program mods with Workshop, assuming that that doesn't stop people from putting mods on other systems, because otherwise then that would be a problem. Does anything happen if one of the asteroids hit Kerman? If the asteroids hit Kerman, they actually just magically despawn right now. If you can switch control to it, which you can't actually switch control to it because you don't have control of it, then you would see it fall through the atmosphere and then bounce off the ground. So yeah, asteroids hitting Kerbin aren't generally a problem unless you're like me and you deliberately target them at the space center. Pardon me. No beer tonight. I don't know, just not in a beer mood. I have a lot of things going on. Actually, I have very important things going on tomorrow morning. It is Veterans Day. You think they should integrate CCAN? Yeah, the thing is, CCAN is just like... Oh, I've got a hiccup. That's what it is. Hold on, I gotta hold my breath. Bear with me. I gotta hold my breath. Come on, slow down! Sorry, I was just trying to see if I could hold my breath until my aircraft landed. Hiccups are cured. Man, I'm really feeling my face getting red there. Woo! Was anyone running a stopwatch? Let's recover this flight. Actually, recover this. Okay, so we were gonna go. Yeah. Okay, hydroplane or big plane to Laythe. What do we want to do? I should have. You're the one. People usually think I'm an idiot. No, I totally do that. It's the hiccups are involuntary contractions of the diaphragm, and hydrofoil, big plane, hydrophane. Someone comes in with the space shuttle, space shuttle, space shuttle, space shuttle, space shuttle. I think we got to take the Mallard. I'm going to take the stock Mallard, right? Okay, so this has little jet engines on the side, and we need to figure out how to get this to Laythe. So, logically, what we want to do is put like big engines on either side of it. Okay, so we want to start not deployed, obviously, and do not start deployed. Okay, next we're gonna... Oh crap, I just realized this is a cargo bay variant, so I can attach... I get an attachment point there, and an attachment point there. So we need to start building this thing upwards and outwards and roundaboutwards. Open. I wonder, actually, we could put some fuel tanks in the inside there. Oh my god, that's totally what we got to do here. Okay, well that's what we got to do. You know what, here's the thing. I don't have Kerbal Engineer installed, so I don't know how much Delta V this thing is going to have. But, yeah, I'm totally going to do this, right? I'm going to put like a stack decoupler in there. And then the stage that gets us to Minmus, or not Minmus, to Laythe is going to be based inside this, right? So we're going to have a nuclear reactor in here. Nuclear. Okay, so let's start. Come on. This thing doesn't want to work. I'm holding Alt to make it use surface attach mode only. Oh, crap. Come on. There we go. Okay, so that's 2 of those. That's looking pretty good. And then we can have like the nuclear engine just sticking out of the back there. But I think for, you know, speed reasons... Okay, so first of all, we need to get rid of the oxidizer. Oxidizer. We don't really need that. Yeah, I like that. And I wonder if we can actually fit the thing in there, the nuclear engine. So that's the obvious thing to put in here. Oh, it doesn't quite close. That's the only... If I close this, what's going to happen? Oh, actually, oh, look, it just has the merest, tiniest hint of showing through here. So, I'm going to cheat. What we do is, of course, we use the part offset and we go slide it in a bit. There, you see? Ha! Genius. Now we need some struts to hold that in position. Okay, struts. Symmetry. I said symmetry, no? Okay, you're not going to work for me. Thank you. Hold that in place. Okay, so we can ditch that at some point, but not right now. Close. Close. I should probably... We need liquid-only tanks. Yes, we do. It's true. I've already... Actually... Oh, wait. Do we have a 2.5 meter fuselage? No, we don't. I have to actually be very careful I don't use up all my liquid fuel here. I'm wondering if I should have attitude control engines here. We don't care about center of gravity because we're going to be ditching all this in the atmosphere, right? We're going to be dropping this whole thing. Okay, so next we need to actually put the big launch rockets on this whole thing, right? So I'm gonna strap these things above and below, right? As above, so below. You know what they say, right? I'm gonna do one there, and we're gonna put on big launch rockets and everything, the biggest parts. I've no idea. I haven't done any math to figure out whether this is actually gonna work, but why not? Why shouldn't it work? I say it should work. Okay, so they're like that. And then we can use these things here. These here. Bingo. I like this. I think this is a good plan. And we're going to put another... Where is it? Another there on the front. Yeah, and of course it's important to have all these wings at the back here for center of mass versus center of gravity versus other things. Okay, so this, and actually, if you really want to make a protective cover, you can do it using fairings, and that'll be slightly lower mass. Why does it not want me to? That's very odd. Okay, that's a problem. Okay, that works. How strange. Now, we still have to we got to balance these up, right? So for symmetry purposes, we're going to attach one here, and I can only go so far forwards, and then you hit the area. So this is going to have to be attached slightly differently. I'm basically building this by hand for that reason. I'm not using symmetry on this. Okay, attached, great. And then we'll do that. And that, and then can I just copy the fairing? No, the fairing doesn't actually copy with the stuff. Okay, looking good, looking good. We should probably, I don't know, maybe we'll, I'm not sure this will work, but I'm hoping it will. Let's just check center of thrust, center of mass, center of lift. They're all looking pretty good so far, and actually, this needs to go here. Sweet. Okay, so order of service is these things go, and these things go, and then once those are done, we ditch these. Okay. This is totally working. Yeah, it just happened that things were interesting and busy. And honestly, when like new Kerbal releases happen, it's a lot easier for me to stream because there's just so many like amazing fun ideas floating around. Okay, that's that. Okay, so that's the way to get started here. Now, we should probably add some extra boosters to this, right? What do you think? I think we definitely need some extra boosters on the side here. So I'm just going to symmetryize these things up. Symmetry. So we're going to do some asparagus, asparagus science. Going to drop some asparagus science on this, man. Oh, do you remember the days when the orange tanks would randomly explode because of thermal bugs? Yes, now other things randomly explode because of thermal bugs, but we like it. I don't know if this is even going to get off the ground because I haven't figured out the numbers. Doesn't matter. Whatever. We'll just go with the flow, so to speak. Oh wow, which do I like, Prodigy or Underworld? I think Liam Howlett's production work as the basically the genius behind the Prodigy is top notch, but I think Carl Hyde does this great common man's poet kind of thing. Like I really like Carl Hyde's just random streams of consciousness. But yeah, Prodigy really does it for me. Just for historical reasons, the Prodigy is my band of choice, I think. I have nothing but love for the Prodigy. Oh, okay, what do you think? Do you think this is going to work? Oh wait, I need fuel lines, don't I? I'm going to attach these. Ah, yes. This is surely the work of a diseased mind. Oh man, that didn't work. Okay. Let's try that. Attach it to these. Yes. That's working. Again, attach to that. Yes. How can this not fail to impress the world? Well, except by exploding. Obviously by exploding. I mean, that would not impress people. But it would be impressive. I mean, things exploding is pretty impressive, I have to say. And then we'll just attach these here. Between these stages. Good, good, good. Okay. Mallard to Laythe. This may not have the delta V, but I'm going to try it. I should... Okay. And I think I'm going to put some wings on these just to provide extra control during ascent. Why not? So we'll have extra control on that axis. You know what? We actually don't have much lateral control, so I should probably do this. And similarly on the other side. See you on the other side. Oh man, okay, this is a problem. Get in there. Oh. Oh wow. With those, I don't know. I'm just overbuilding this. I haven't got Kerbal Engineer installed on this thing. Oh yeah, fuel lines. I still need fuel lines, don't I? Fuel lines, fuel lines, fuel lines, fuel lines. External fuel duct. These things are magic. Like, real spacecraft couldn't possibly do this. Okay, try this again. Symmetry, attach. There you go. Similarly, you attach in this direction. And hopefully these wings will mean that they get pulled away or whatever, right? What do you mean, how am I going to launch this? It's going to launch upwards. I'm going to just launch it from the runway, obviously. I mean, just the way it looks. Okay, I think we're ready to go. You expect about 1.3? Are you saying that we need more boosters, McCthulhu? I could agree with McCthulhu. More, oh, does the Nerva... I don't know, the Nerva is attached to so much of it might need radiators. Yeah, let's find out. It might need radiators. Somebody is correctly pointing out that I don't really have any radiators on this thing because I haven't done anything. I don't know, I haven't really used them as much as I should. Oh, look, it's totally stable. We have Bob and Valentina. Throttle to 100%. Oh, wait, we have some stuff on the wrong stage here. That's my nuke. These are my jet engines. These are my separate... Oh, wait. Look, we've got to do this. These have to go separately. Okay, so now we have our whole asparagus thing set up. Are we ready? It is the dawn of a new day, a new era of spaceflight. Okay, yeah, we get about 1.3 off the pad. Somebody who was doing their mathematics. So, why did I not build it and launch from the vehicle assembly building? Just because? Because of the wonderful things he does. Look at that! This is pretty awesome. I don't have any RCS on this whole thing. Of course it can fly. The question is, does it have enough delta V to get to Minmus? I gotta throw this down a little. Okay. Now the nice thing is it does have these wings, so it should provide some extra, you know, lift during ascent. Okay. This might be shallowing out a little too fast. Oh, wait! I still have infinite fuel turned on. You know what? Okay. I'm going to revert this, because I think it's coming off the launch pad too fast. So we're going to revert to spaceplane hangar. I'm going to put some more boosters on this, just to get off the pad. The unlimited fuel thing was an accident. Okay, so we got to put some boosters on here. Some solid fuel backs. Or no, we'll just use some regular boosters, right? Which gives me the most thrust? I have to take a look. This is going to give me about 2,000. 800. Oh, wait a second. This is going to give me only 300. That's pretty lame. Yeah, I should just attach more of these things. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to attach like just some to help it get off the pad, just to give it a little bit of encouragement, you know? Okay, so we'll put these here. I think these will work. And I need to move them upwards just a little. Gotta make sure they don't collide with anything important, right? So these will just give me a little boost off the pad. Just enough that, you know, we'll be sailing off into the sky a little faster than otherwise. Okay, I'm just going to grab these and put them on this side as well. Oh, darn. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I'm not going to use fuel lines for these because I want them to burn out on their own time. If you use fuel lines, then, you know, you get the whole asparagus thing going on. I think I only need one strut, though. One strut should be fine, right? Famous last words. Okay, so these ones, now, these need to detach on their own. So we've got all these. Okay, so let's fix the staging here. So first thing that stages will be these things. All the engines need to fire right away. Challenge to go to the moon using only Sepatrons. You know what? Not going to happen. Nope, I'm not going to happen. I might one of these days do some other silly things, but not doing just that. I could, of course, hack Sepatrons. That would be probably considered cheating. But, you know, it would be fun nonetheless. Yeah, most of those buildings are from Kerbal side. So the game is probably going to crash and run out of memory. Okay. Now let's see if we move off the pad in a more sprightly manner. We have places to be. We can't afford to accelerate at only 1/3 of a G. No, that kind of acceleration is for, you know, very slow cars and things like that. Oh yeah, that was, well, that going to Dres on a single inline RCS port, that was because there was a bug, which meant that the amount of thrust an RCS port generated was inversely proportional to its distance from the center of mass. Oh, what was that exploded? Hold on. Oh, the launch stability exploder. That's pretty cool. Okay. See, now we're accelerating closer to 2 Gs. That is the way to go. Now, the interesting question is, are these going to run out of fuel faster than these? It shouldn't matter too much. Yeah, I've never actually seen a launch clamp explode, to be honest. But I guess it's possible due to the new world of heat. Heat, the new technology for destroying things in Kerbal Space Program, like nothing we've ever seen before. Okay. Oh, someone's called themselves Gegenschein. Ha ha ha! Very nice. Okay. We should turn the lights on in here just so we can see. Lights on. Oh dear, 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 dear. I'm turning over so slowly. Have I heard of the series The Expanse? Is that describing something expansive? Yes, that's right, high explosive anti-tank missiles. Those are the kind that use the shaped charge and the copper core to do serious damage to things. Oh, this is turning so slowly here. I'm really ascending far too fast. Good thing these things all have thrust vectoring, otherwise this thing would never get anywhere. Don't break anything! Oh well, so much for that. Well, we knew that was going to happen, didn't we? Okay, let's see if this fires. Oh, wait a second. Activate engine. Oh, look, that was the problem. We launched during an eclipse. Had we not launched during an eclipse, things would have been totally different, I suspect. I like how this engine is still firing. I wonder if we can... This thing here isn't attached, but I wonder if we can get rid of it by firing along our... You would think this thing would detach. But it's just like there. I can't right click on it. It's secured permanently in place. Yes, it was a bad omen to launch during an eclipse. Okay. No. Okay. So much for that. The Kraken is far more active during solar eclipses, yes. He sneaks in during, you know, floating point operations. Let's put out the landing gear, you know. What else are we gonna do? I mean, I guess we can angle it like this, and the rest of the spacecraft might break our fall. You never know. Look, we're experiencing some small amount of force here slowing us down. Unfortunately, it's less than 1G. So, very unlikely that we're gonna survive this. However, I'm interested to find out. So we obviously need to have a cleaner separation stuff, you know, to separate those first stage boosters, right? Oh, look, we're slowing down. That's good. If we can just slow down enough, we might be able to survive this descent into the ocean. I highly doubt it, but I'm not giving up yet. Oh, look, the eclipse is over. Yes. So much for that. Descent into the ocean. We're not going to quite do it at Mach 1. Oh, there we go. Look, we're decelerating very slightly. Just very slightly. And we have very slight amounts of, you know, control here. It is using fuel, it just uses it very slowly. Well, oh, who is the crew of this mission? This is it's got Valentina and Bob. Okay. Okay. Okay, so best way for me to fix this. So actually part of the problem with these is that the drag will naturally pull them in here. So one way to fix that, I suspect, or I think, is to put more fins on the outside. So that will actually pull them outwards, kind of. So if we do that, that'll put some drag out this way. And, yeah, maybe we'll put some Sepatrons on here, because Sepatrons are more rockets, and you can't really go wrong with more rockets. You know, so let's just do that. Yes. And that. There, so that'll help these things separate. And you know what? I might as well put these things on here. On these as well, just for extra separation anxiety. There we go. Ah, yeah, and then finally, well, hopefully by the time these things are finished, we'll be in space, right? Okay, so now we need to figure out what goes where. These need to fire during this stage. And these need to fire during this stage. And then these are firing... Wait a second. Come up here. How many parts do we have? Oh, wait a second. There. Okay, so these are definitely the correct ones. Okay. Okay, save this. Launch. It's not really a space shuttle. No, people don't call this a space shuttle. It's not really designed that way. It's what happens if you take a cargo plane and attach a rocket around it. It's like, we have this perfectly good plane. Let's turn it into a spaceship by attaching rockets around it. It's like the idea, hey, let's put a nuclear submarine in space, right? Sepatrons are not automatic. You have to put them in the correct stage. Unless somebody's changed something and I haven't noticed. Well, we'll see. We will see what happens. Some people are expressing skepticism as to how likely this is to work. And honestly, I can't really tell them that it's gonna work because, we don't really know. Listen to that low-level rumble. This clearly is something to be reckoned with. Yeah, I do need to fix the flag. What's going on here? A helicopter or submarine in space. Well, that's something I was supposed to do. Like, attach a heat shield to a nuclear submarine and then drop it into Jupiter, just to see what would happen. Never quite got around to it. Always busy. So yeah, down here we have Bob Kerman, Valentina Kerman, Dofert Kerman, and Zelge Kerman. Look, we can take a look at them from the inside. There, look, Val, having fun, or even though their teeth are getting detached by the G-forces. And then there's Bob, not having fun, but at least his teeth are still there. And then there's these guys, girls. Oh, what was that? Oh, shut off my engines. I pressed the wrong button and turned off my engines. So I need to move this downwards a little more. Not a good time to shut off all your engines during launch, is it? No. Professional rockets, rocket flying people, what do they call it? Oh yes, astronauts, yes. They're not known for shutting down their rockets during ascent. Especially since once you shut these things down, they generally don't actually restart. Okay. No, we're not going to Minmus. Ideally, we're going to go to Laythe. Okay, let's see what happens. Yeah! Successful separation. Now we just gotta keep doing this. I wish I had Kerbal Engineer. I need to be going sideways more. Would it be cool to see G-force effects on Kerbals? Yes, of course it would. Okay. I gotta bring out... What? I always think it's kind of worrying the way that when you go to the map, everything goes quiet and then you get a big bang as the sound level correction kicks in. Uh-oh. Something happened and I missed it. Or did I? No, I didn't miss anything. Something appeared to explode, but it all looks good to me. Okay, you know what? Once... I'm gonna let these engines burn out. Okay, so I'm gonna just throttle up a little. And then fire the stage separators. There. Now we can go ahead. Okay, this is looking good. Are we symmetric in terms of fuel? We are symmetric in terms of fuel here. So now the next thing is to get ourselves onto our ascent trajectory. I bet the big heads on Kerbals would be very bad for them in terms of G-forces, right? Look at this go. Now I'm just going to be putting this... I can just put this sideways here. What is going that low into the atmosphere? Probably something that was supposed to be re-entering. Look at this! It's like it's a plane sandwich. You see that? We get an aircraft sandwiched between two rocket boosters. Clearly, something that, I don't know, professional rocket designers would do. Okay, 81 kilometers. We're doing pretty well here. I'm just flattening out this trajectory completely. The nice thing is that our frame rate is starting to go a little faster. Oh, that is the atmosphere effects that people are asking about is Scatterer. Scatterer is actually pretty lightweight in terms of modding. Okay, let's just go here. I'm just going to put this on the horizon and hope that everything works. This plane needs more something or other. Oh, and more structural panels, is that what you're saying? Okay. Yeah, doing pretty well here. I'm gonna let this get up to 100. Just over 100. And then stop. Add maneuver. Gonna throttle that out to see what we need. I think my ascent into space was rather steep, but it is to be expected. This thing is not really designed for going to space. Okay, so we're going to need another 28-second burn, and we're probably going to be able to do that. So I just need to point this thing onto... Oh, man, onto its maneuver node, and this thing is doing all the turning. So yeah, what else is going on? So... hands up who has actually played Fallout 4 since I bought it today and I haven't had a chance to play it because, hey, I work. I actually bought the version from Green Man Gaming because they have a coupon that gets you 20% off of anything, so I did the 20% off of the game that has just been released. That seems like a pretty good bet. I also get the season pass because, hey, I always end up buying all the Fallout content anyway. That's the plan. We're going to Jool with these boosters. But first of all, we're getting into orbit, right? I wonder how this thing will re-enter. What do I do for a living? I write software for one of the biggest tech companies in the world. My software is used by millions of people every single day. And yes. Okay, we're getting close. Let's fire up these engines for the burn that we need. This is looking pretty good. Oh, I should probably stabilize. I'm good. It's a good thing these generate electric charge because otherwise I would be pretty much doomed. Fallout is not a sequel to Half-Life. It is an entirely separate universe, which I believe may in fact predate Half-Life, but I could be wrong on that one. Okay. Okay, how are we doing? Oh, we need a little more thrust. There we go. So now we've escaped the atmosphere. Next trick. Oh, look, we still have like tons of fuel left. Okay, so we should plot a course for Jool. Set as target. So, I'm gonna probably need to fire my engines there or something. So we will be firing. Add maneuver. And, in fact... Oh, what the heck? Clear out maneuvers. Clear these maneuvers. We'll be firing my engines about... Oh, no, straddle launcher. We don't need you. We don't need you. We need this. Hab maneuver. So I'm going to do that. And then next thing I'm going to do is... This could actually take a while now I think about it. Because that's just going to move me around. This is where I wish I had my thingy. So we're going to go back to the Space Center now and get ourselves... Oh! Poop! Poopity poop poop poop. Coming back. Kerbal Space Program is coming back. Just wait a minute. We're having some technical issues here. Namely, the game is crashing. Although it might be crashing. Oh, well look, we actually got a crash report. We got a crash dump, an error log. That's not very interesting. We have a report. Yes, well, we'll pass that on. But hopefully it will have saved it when I'm in orbit. I mean, it will have saved it. That's the important part, right? I wish... some mods don't make... Oh, you know what I should do is actually install helpful mods for plotting courses and things like that. Whatever. Oh, it's 11 o'clock. I'm going to have to get going soon. I wonder if I can make it to Jool. All that work will be back. I am not going to be slaved. I will not give in. This failure is not something I have to deal with. No, okay. Pro tip. Oh, attachments stack so you can energize. Okay, someone's telling me about games, Distant Star. I'm just looking at my Twitter. Things going on. We're going to be back really soon. We're almost there. Almost there. I am... Oh yeah, no, I've got an episode of the realistic progression. Kerbal spaceships are serious business. Do you think KSP could use a seamless planet transition from Infinity Battlescape? And, yeah, but it already has its own seamless planet transition that's mostly seamless, but not quite. Okay, resume saved. I'm going to go to this asteroid thread. You cannot terminate... Oh, God, I always keep forgetting... I'm sure things... Yes, but we have all these wings to radiate away the heat. We'll be fine. The question is, will I be able to re-enter? Okay, so... Mallard to Laythe is, in fact, in orbit. I can't select it. I can't add a maneuver node, though. Okay, so next thing we need to do is get to Jool. And I think we need to be roughly 90 degrees behind it. So I'm just going to keep it at the top, and then when we get roughly in the right place, we will be able to perform our departure burn. This is far too slow. Yeah, Skynet's been around since the 60s. Genesis, however, is a band that included Phil Collins and Peter Gabriel. Oh, nope, never mind. You guys, you just don't know the classics, do you? Okay, so I think about there. I'm going to do it about there. Okay, let's go and see if we can get a maneuver that will take us out there. You know, there's a lot of room for adjustment, right? It just takes a bit of time. No, Genesis has some amazing records. You gotta, especially like Peter Gabriel era Genesis. Like, seriously. It got kind of with Phil Collins, but older, yeah, definitely worth. The right stuff? What are you on about? Okay, never mind. Classic music. Yeah, people are like putting numbers into the channel telling me what I need to do. I don't actually care. I'm going to add in... Okay, that's 1 hour. I'm going to add... Node in 1 hour. Okay. So now we're going to perform our escape node. Or escape burn. Hoping that we have enough delta V here. And that will get us... Oh man, you know what? Our descending node is like as far away from Jool as is possible. Oh, pretty close. 65. So that's us coming out slightly further away than Jool. So we're here and it'll be there. So I can adjust this a little, right? This is what we do. And this is always so fiddly to try and do this. Ah, there you go. See that? Just by adjusting the departure time. See that? We've moved closer still. And no, now we're moving further away. Okay, that's what we're going for. 2,000 meters per second of burn. I think this might be hard to do, but we should have enough delta V with it. I think what will happen is we'll run out of fuel in those main engines and then have to resort to the other thing. Favorite space movies. Oh wow, that really is quite a task to talk about favorite space movies. Star Wars, obviously. Alien. Alien's pretty awesome. Just, we gotta wait for this thing to turn around. That's why it's all black. It is turning extremely slowly. You might be able to just make out that it is turning. The problem is I have a limited amount of electric charge here, and I don't want to blow all the way through it. Flash Gordon. Now, the 80s version of Flash Gordon with the music by Queen is one of the finest moments in kitschy sci-fi, right? Seriously. No, I'm not a fan of Nemesis. Space Odyssey, I to be honest, I appreciate Space Odyssey as a work of art. I don't really enjoy it so much anymore, but certainly I love looking at the visuals. Steven Soderbergh did a cut. He recut 2001 A Space Odyssey, and he actually tightened it up a bit, and I think that his version may in fact be superior to Kubrick's, but I'm also a huge Kubrick fan. I have like everything that Kubrick made, essentially. Interstellar was... Apollo 13, yes, probably the best movie in terms of zero-G scenes, because they actually did them all in zero-G. The Martian, I find it hard to fault that movie. Certainly, there's quite a few mistakes. Like, the very first shot showing Mars back illuminated, if it showed the atmosphere to be like this red atmosphere. Guess what? If you view Mars from behind, the atmosphere looks blue. Yeah. The funny thing about The Martian, by the way, is my wife does like exercise classes, aerobics classes, and she was commenting to me the other day, it's like, you know, I've just noticed that all my exercise classes have started playing disco music. And I was like, I wonder if this is something to do with the soundtrack to The Martian. Interstellar could have been... It had a lot of good things about it, right? So... What was it? Yeah, Interstellar, with a few edits and a bit of rewriting, it could have been absolutely stellar. As it stands, it's kind of, meh. I don't know. Okay, now have you seen that Space Engine Beta has added accretion disks? They look pretty good. So at some point I will be able to do it. No, so Westo 454 is asking how they did zero-G in Apollo 13. If you don't know this, what they did was they originally took the actors up in the Vomit Comet, so as they say, the zero-G training aircraft, so that they would get an idea of what it was like to be in zero-G. And then Ron Howard, the director, was like, we could just build our sets inside the plane. And so they did that. They basically rented the plane for, you know, weeks and weeks. They had Apollo 13 and the command module inside the Vomit Comet. They actually were floating around in zero-G for many of the shots. There was some stuff they did that was wire work and CGI and things like that, but yeah, they legit did zero-G. So that was, you know, they had the time of their lives. Okay, so I'm going to save this. I'm going to hit F5, by the way. Quick save. I hadn't quick saved up until that point. Yeah, you get a roughly 25 seconds of zero-G. So you basically had to coordinate your shot, make it all happen, and then, you know, the thing they don't mention, by the way, about the zero-G is you get like 28 seconds or whatever of zero-G, then you get the equal amount of time of 2G as they pull out of the dive. So you pretty much have to be in a safe place, right? If you're sitting awkwardly, you can in fact like break bones just from the extra weight. It's a parabolic arc, which means you pull up and it's about halfway through, then you start, as you're going up, that's when the zero-G starts, right? No, 2G doesn't suck. 2G is just it's not suck, it's just a different inertial frame. See, gravity doesn't suck. It's just a different inertial frame. Different inertial reference frame. Yeah, so they basically had to get back to their seats or whatever. So, you know, you can look at a bunch of the shots in Apollo 13 and figure out how long it took to film them. Now, Gravity, that was an interesting one as well. Gravity, again, a movie which was flawed in a number of ways and could have been made better. If only they'd asked me, I could have fixed their movie for them. No, apparently what they did was they had the actors, and specifically they had Sandra Bullock. She was in her suit, and she would be suspended in a cube with video screens on each side, and that would be how they provided the illumination. So they would do that for reference and everything. And she spent like 8 hours a day strapped into a suit doing this kind of thing, apparently. I don't want to be a movie director. A movie director is not something that I'm qualified to do in any way. Oh, shush. People are complaining. Listen, there's a good reason to have all these things on the same orbit. Gravity could have been so much better. I agree, but Gravity is a stunningly beautiful movie. I love the look of that movie. I love the aesthetics. I find it hard, you know, to not like Gravity. That's basically what it is. I am available as to be a movie advisor. I won't tell you to rewrite your script or anything. I won't cause trouble. What I'll do is I will take your awesome ideas that you have as a movie director, and I will tell you how to make them work and make the physics still work, right? So I won't be hating on you. There will be no hating. There will just be like, this is what we have to do to make your vision work. And maybe you can adjust your vision just a little to make it scientifically accurate, but, you know, hey. Yeah, well, okay. Someone is saying, the general opinion of 99% of the people on the internet is, if only they had asked me, they could fix it. Well, the difference is that I am part of the 1% that is actually speaking honestly. Oh man, I have a high expectation here. Okay, we're getting close to our burn. Oh dear. Let's line this thing up. I'm just gonna fire up the engines. Oh wow, it says 58 seconds. Okay. So I'm gonna get this lined up for our escape burn. Just a little more here. Oh, there we go. You know what? I'm just going to go for it. Ready, set, burn! Yes. Oh, I think I did it just right. So I'm burning along this escape vector. Look at that. Now the only thing is, do I have 1 minute's worth of fuel here? Oh, and I didn't have stability control enabled. That is a problem. 59 seconds. I think I might have to resort to nuclear. Well, okay, so here's the thing. There's no reason why they couldn't put a lot of those things in the same orbit. I think in retrospect, they could have put the Hubble Space Telescope into the same orbit as the space station. I mean, you know, sure, why not? But ultimately, no, they don't do that. I think, yeah, I'm going to run out of fuel and I'm going to have to resort to the nuclear power for final trim maneuvers. But I should have enough delta V, I think. Come on. Oh, wow, actually, I might be able to do this. I'm going to slow the throttle down now. Look at that. Oh, brilliant! Wow, and I still have like a little bit of oxidizer left. Am I on course though? Oh, it's not sure. I'm gonna have to make a little maneuver. What I'm gonna do is add a maneuver here, right? Oh, yeah, that's right. Just raise up my orbit just a bit. Make it more likely to intersect. Stop it flickering, damn it! No. Stop flickering! You're annoying me with your flickering! No. I just don't trust these things. Okay. I'm gonna reset this. The maneuver. I'm just gonna raise this up. Focus the view. Okay. So I'm coming in underneath it, so I can bring this upwards. It'll be like 100 meters per second to get there. Ah, okay, now it's no longer flickering. That's a better sign, I guess. Okay. And so we're going to come around the back of it here. Oh, excellent. And then if I just make some slight adjustments to this. Oh, that's too close, right? Jool periapsis 50. Oh, we're getting closer. Now wait a second, everything goes this way around, right? I forget. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's a Tylo encounter. No, I want a Laythe encounter. But I can't aero brake anymore. In the old days, you would do like a straight up aero brake maneuver. And that's Val. Hi, Val. Okay, so now we're down below here. Ooh, wow. That's maybe a little too close. Dare I aero brake? I think I might keep it. I think I'm going to keep it open as an option. I'm going to try aero braking at Jool, right? Oh, crap. There we go. I'm going to save this F5. Okay, so we need to point ourselves in the correct direction. Our stability control is not working. Let's time warp out of here. Farewell. Farewell, Kerbal. You will be missed because we will not be returning. I have seen, yeah, I've seen these ships on the Frontiers channel, and I'm waiting for the beta. I think, right? Does everyone have Boston accents in Fallout 4? That's going to be interesting because, of course, my East Coast family, there's a lot of Boston there. No, 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 we've got fuel in these. I'm not jettisoning these tanks now. Okay, come on. There's the moon. The stream died again. Oh, we're apparently dropping a lot of frames. Wait a second. I'm gonna pause. Stop streaming. Dropped frames. What is going on here? Stop streaming.